Imagine risking your life, your very existence, to save an entire nation from destruction. That's exactly what Esther, a legendary figure from history, did. Her story is absolutely astonishing, a gripping tale of bravery, cunning, and divine destiny that continues to resonate through the ages. Welcome to the unfolding drama set in ancient Persia, a grand narrative imbued with courage and a divine plan that defies the odds. Enter Esther, a strikingly beautiful young woman of Jewish descent. Orphaned at an early age, she was lovingly raised by her cousin Mordecai, a wise and devout Jew who lived within the vast Persian Empire governed by the mighty King Xerxes. Little did they know that history was on the cusp of a dramatic turn, propelled by one fateful decision in the royal palace. The domino effect begins with King Xerxes, his temper flaring in a moment of inebriated revelry, dismissing Queen Vashti for taking a stand against his unreasonable demand. This whimsical decision set into motion an extensive search throughout the empire for a new queen, a quest that would change the course of history. Esther, with a combination of grace, intellect, and a quiet strength, captures the attention and favor of the king, rising to a position of unexpected power. Advised by her faithful cousin Mordecai, she wisely keeps her Jewish heritage hidden from the court, understanding that discretion is often the better part of valor. As life in the palace carries on, the plot thickens with the ascent of Haman, a man whose ambition knows no bounds. A high-ranking and unscrupulous advisor to King Xerxes, Haman is consumed by a deep-seated hatred toward Mordecai, who steadfastly refuses to bow to him, an act of defiance grounded in his unwavering Jewish faith. Seething with malice, Haman devises a diabolical plan not only to punish Mordecai, but to annihilate all Jews within the empire. Using his cunning, he manipulates the king, cloaking his malevolent intentions in deceitful rhetoric, which tragically results in a royal decree calling for the destruction of an entire people. When Mordecai learns of this dire edict, he is devastated. In an act of mourning and desperation, he dons sackcloth and ashes, reaching out to the heavens for help. Understanding the severity and urgency of the situation, he sends an impassioned plea to Esther, imploring her to reveal her true identity to the king and plead for the salvation of her people. Esther is gripped by fear, acutely aware that approaching the king without being summoned could mean instant death. Yet Mordecai's poignant words serve as a clarion call to her heart. And who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this? This challenge sparks a fire of resolve within her. Driven by a sense of duty and a deep well of courage, Esther makes the monumental decision to risk her life. She requests Mordecai to gather all the Jews of Susa, urging them to fast and pray for 3 days, lending her strength through their unified devotion. She and her maids do the same, seeking divine intervention and favor in their darkest hour. As the 3rd day dawns, Esther, adorned in her royal robes, steels herself to enter the king's court. The tension is palpable, yet fortune favors the brave. Upon seeing her, King Xerxes, touched by her presence, extends the golden scepter, a sign of acceptance, and magnanimously offers to grant her any wish, even up to half his kingdom. Demonstrating her strategic acumen and humble wisdom, Esther devises a plan centered around a series of banquets. These sumptuous feasts not only win further favor from the king, but also lure Haman into a false sense of security and intrigue. At the 2nd banquet, the moment of truth unfolds. With grace and courage, Esther reveals the terrifying plot against her people. The king is astonished and angered, demanding to know who dares threaten his queen and her kin. Esther, in a bold act that seals her legacy, names Haman as the architect of the evil plan. The revelation is catastrophic for Haman, catastrophically turning his fate. In a profound twist of justice, he meets his demise upon the gallows he had constructed for Mordecai. Awakening to Esther's righteousness, King Xerxes issues a new decree. empowering the Jews to defend themselves against their foes. This leads to a triumphant turn of events, where the Jews, through strategic prowess and what many deem divine intervention, overcome their adversaries. This victory is celebrated with great joy and gratitude, giving birth to the festival of Purim, a commemoration of survival, faith, and triumph over adversity, which continues to be observed with joy and reverence to this day. Esther's legacy is a testament to the unyielding spirit of hope and the transformative power of faith and moral conviction. Her courage in the face of fear and her intelligent strategies offer a timeless tale that inspires generation after generation. By the end of her story, you will see courage and destiny in a new light. This is the enduring legacy of Queen Esther, an unforgettable narrative of grace, valor, and salvation that continues to transcend the bounds of time, inspiring us all.